So please let me about yourself.
Sure. Hi, this is Mohit. I have around 9 years of experience with Java frameworks and application programming.
Mm-hmm.
And I began my career with TCS, where I worked around 3 years, in which I had an opportunity to work under a product which was built within Java Swings. That's a desktop application,
Mm-hmm.
and there we were the team of 4 individuals. We had developed the product from scratch, and that product was being used for automation testing across Android devices, iOS devices, browsers, and whatnot. And then I had an opportunity to work for the client at on-site location. I was working in Europe for 3 years as part of TCS, and I came back around 2020 mid, when COVID was happening. So then I had an opportunity to work with Sapient, which is my current company as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there I had experience with a product which is, as you can say, a Paytm of Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
So that is used across multiple dimensions in terms of, let's say, travel and hotel bookings, finance activities. So, so I had an opportunity to build the microservice architecture and develop around it. Uh, and
Okay,
so
okay, sufficient, sufficient.
yes.
So I will ask question from Java first in core Java. Which version right now using?
I'm using Java. I have been working with Java 8 for a long time, and also I work with Java 11.
Okay, okay. So in core Java, you know about OOF concept.
Yes.
So can you explain one by one object, inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction? You just give answer in short and with realistic example.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, Java is an object-oriented programming language.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, let's say if you consider car, so car is a
No, take car. You give the correct example. Just to take any program, any type of program you have suitable. You car and these things is this is the theoretical part. So
okay.
theoretical no need here. Here
Okay.
need only the concept. How do you justify it with the actual concept?
Mhm. So
Yes.
basically, object is an instance of class.
Mm-hmm.
So class is a packaged version of object members and its functions,
Mm-hmm.
variables. So class is a packaged version, and in class you have member variables and
Mm-hmm.
member functions.
Mm-hmm.
So functions are basically interacting with the member variables and performing some operation.
Okay.
And so class is an encapsulate version, and because you do sometimes when you instantiate an object out of class, so that is an object. And
Mm-hmm.
you when some let's say somebody calls a method, he doesn't see the outside details, the inside
Mm-hmm.
details of the class. For
Mm-hmm.
example, what is the complexities inside the class.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason why we call it encapsulation,
Mm-hmm.
hiding the.
Encapsulation.
Yes.
No, I think this is the definition of abstraction.
Yeah, it's a abstraction also, hiding the inside details. It's called abstraction.
Mm-hmm.
Encapsulation is packaging the entire structure
Mm-hmm.
within within a structure. That is encapsulation. And hiding the.
Encapsulation structure means it will bind an object or
Yes,
any.
it will bind an object,
Uh-huh.
in in the object the member variables and the functions are can be called. So
Okay.
that packaging is called encapsulation.
Mm-hmm.
and hiding the inside details is called abstraction.
Mm-hmm.
And polymorphism is, for example, in Java, an object can behave differently in
Mm-hmm.
different circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
So method overloading is an example of polymorphism.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I will ask one question. You
Okay.
know the public static void main method, right? So this method can be overload.
Public static void main.
Main method you know about that.
Yes.
So can be overload in same class.
I guess no.
Why?
Main method, actually string arguments. Yes, I can. Yes, it's in because based on upon the number of arguments,
Mm-hmm.
it can be over because args is an array.
Mm-hmm.
Arguments is an array. So if we can,
Okay, okay. You telling no. That's why I ask you why.
okay,
Okay, no problem. Suppose you overriding concept. Okay. So suppose we have a class, parent class. Here I have uh, private void display method. Okay. This is concrete method, implemented method. Just you can write system out dot println parent method. Okay. And you create a child class extend to parent class. Here I am writing public void display method. Okay. Inside I am writing system out dot println child method. Okay. So this scenario, the method name is same, return type is same, only difference between the modifier only. So the my question is that this method can be override in drive class. Private method can be override in drive class.
shall I repeat your question again?
Suppose
You
you have any pen and rough copy any you have, so you can note down so you can give the better answer. Class
yeah.
A, you just write simple class A. Here you write method private void display.
Yeah. Okay.
Inside you can write short term SOP, this method parent method. Okay. You create another class child extend to parent.
Class A is printing the method name.
You can name A,
Means
you
anything.
can write, not a problem. Class name
Okay.
you can write A, class B you can write.
Okay. Fine.
Class B extend class A.
Okay.
And here I am writing public void display
Mm-hmm.
and SOP child method. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you written.
Mm-hmm.
So here my question is that this method display method can be override in child class.
Yes.
How? You
How?
see you your program, because of we have already in your parent class have private void display
Right.
and child have public void display.
Yes.
So this can be override.
Okay. Okay. It's a private method, and in the private method, is it extending in the same package?
The same package, because of you have a child class extend class B, a class A.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can be override or not? Why you taking so much
I
time?
guess. I guess it can be overridden. Yes.
No, how? because a private modifier can allow to in child class.
If it is a if you make a construct sorry getter method out of it,
No,
then
getter
you
is a public. Where is private?
yeah, getter is a public. You are not taking getter and setter methods, right?
Hmm. No, I am not taking out getter and setter. I am taking about this method. Method one I have private, one I have a public.
Yeah, if it is a private method, then it cannot be
No, you
extended.
you just see in your book what you have written. Accordingly, you give the decision because that's why I noted you.
Okay. Your question is whether it can be overridden, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Means can be override or not. If not, so why?
Hmm.
And if override, so why? For the both cases, you need to explain it.
Hmm. I guess it can be overridden because a child class extend also its parents subclass child methods.
No, but you are given answer. But this is this is correct. If we have a private modifier can be allowed in child class because of
Yes,
your
yes,
method is a private void display. So that
yes,
method can be override in drive class. Not possible because a private have only the private. It is limited inside only class, not outside of the class.
yes, yes.
So how do you say this is
Uh,
can be override?
I'm little confused.
Modifier, right?
Yes, yes.
No, modifier is a basic thing. I think you are working in Java, default, private,
Yeah.
protected, public. Public means this is the public, mean anyone can access. This is the definition.
Yes, yes,
Protected means some cases can be accessed,
yes.
but not whole cases.
Right.
If your class has same package, you want to access in drive, child class can be accessed in same package. But outside of other package cannot be allowed. So private have only as a class inside the class can be accessed. Suppose you have a single class can be monitored through the private modifier. Outside cannot be handled. You see the bean. Why we are writing private? Because I don't want to access outside of the class, so we are providing getter and setter.
Yes.
Next question, static method can be override?
No,
No. If
no.
suppose I am writing in the child and parent, so what will happen?
It will throw an error actually because static is a part of class.
Hmm. No,
Only.
my question is simple. You are
Yeah.
right. Suppose I am writing, I give the example, public void static display and public void static display in the both classes, child and parents.
Hmm.
So what happened?
This is a both public methods, right?
Both public, no have restriction. Means I
Hmm.
am writing in the both classes, so it would be override or not. You told override, so how override? If you told no override, so it will compile and execute. Possibilities have or not. This is two scenario. You can explain about that.
Because I think it cannot be overridden.
Hmm. If suppose
Uh,
if I am writing in both classes, so what will happen?
um, if you're writing in both the classes, then it will say that the method name is already used.
No, it will compile and execute or not.
No, it will not come back.
why Mohit? I think you are aware about this, but you are not giving the correct answer. Because of this class, this method, static methods are class level method. So
Last level,
both are
yes.
called by using the class name.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
both, if you are
They
writing both
they will
methods,
have both the individual implementations.
it will be work properly. No give the
Yes,
compilation error, no give the execution error. Both will be run because of both are associated with the itself
class.
class.
Sorry, I'm getting confused.
No, but I am asking clear way. Why you confused? If you confused, let me know. I will again explain you.
Okay, you can get next
So
next question.
next question I will ask you. What is functional interface?
Functional interface. Functional interface is an interface which contains only one abstract method, and
Okay.
basically functional interface
Okay,
is used.
okay. I got it. Got it. Suppose we have a functional interface at the right functional interface. Okay. I am writing interface I. This is the name of interface. Okay. If you want write, you can write because of you will confuse. That's why I am asking again to again.
Yes.
So you have a functional at the right functional interface annotation. We have mark an interface I. Here
Mm-hmm.
have a one abstract method public void display. This is
Mm-hmm.
abstract method. So inside we can define static and default method can be declare.
If you want to define the implementation in the function interface, then you
Hmm.
have to choose the default keyword.
No, default have already. I have suppose uh, static default static get and default uh,
Static belongs to a class.
no, but
Uh,
we can declare in interface or not.
you mean to say static can be defined or not?
Yeah, in functional
Inter
interface.
function interface static, I think we cannot define.
No, dear, you. I think you
I
have
have
not.
not tried it actually.
No, actually, you have not properly read out preparation of
Static, I have not tried using it in a functional
functional
interface.
interface.
When
Only
did when
have one abstract method. Thereafter, you can declare multiple concrete method, static or default. You can, you can write.
okay, I have not tried it. Maybe I know that functional interface actually has only one method,
So
one
what is
entry.
I am asking next question? What is diamond problem in Java?
Diamond.
Diamond problem.
Not not aware.
You know multiple inheritance.
But yes,
So you just give the example. Multiple inheritance we Java not support.
diamond I have not heard actually.
No, diamond is comes related to multiple inheritance and multiple class inheritance not support.
Okay,
That is the no, multiple inheritance is supported by interface. I was giving the incorrect answer, so I am correct it. Multiple inheritance is supported by the interface, but class cannot be support multiple inheritance. That is the diamond
diamond.
diamond problem.
Okay,
So what is difference between concurrent hash map and hash map?
concurrent hash map and hash map. Concurrent hash map can be is not is thread safe,
Hmm.
and hash map is not thread safe.
So both are not thread safe, right?
Concurrent hash map is thread safe.
What is use of concurrent hash map?
When in a multi-threaded environment,
Hmm.
when we are want to allow
Hmm.
a thread to modify the hash map,
Hmm.
but not in a single time,
Hmm.
then we use concurrent hash map.
Okay.
And if we are dealing with single thread mostly, then we can use normal hash map.
So you have given one correct answer as of now. One more question regarding to collection. So suppose we have hash map. Okay, we have hash map. I want to synchronize it to hash map. So how do you synchronize?
I want to synchronize the hash map.
Yeah.
Uh, One way is that I think if we want to use, maybe we can have a method, a synchronized method, and whenever that hash map is changed,
Hmm.
we can go through that synchronized method only.
No,
One way is
how you do the synchronize? This is my question.
the synchronized keyword,
You have any alternative? What is use of collections dot synchronized map?
collection or synchronized map.
Hmm.
I've heard it, but I've not used it actually.
No, you cannot use it, but you keep in mind. Suppose you are writing multi-threading program and
Yeah.
traditional way, so you can utilize it just to
Yes.
convert hash map into the synchronized map. You can use in multi-threaded environment.
You just synchronized keyword, right?
No, collections dot
Collections
synchronized
but
map.
synchronized hash map. Okay.
Inside you can pass the object of hash map. Otherwise you
Okay.
can write, for example, your hash map AHP is equal to collections dot synchronized. Inside you pass new hash map. So
Okay.
you will get the synchronized map.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
You aware about the exception?
Exception handling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many types of exception?
How many type of exception?
Hmm.
One is checked exception. One
Hmm.
is unchecked exception.
What is checked exception?
Checked exception is that when we know this exception is coming,
Hmm.
we predefine it. That is a checked exception.
So how do I handle this checked exception?
Try catch.
Try catch.
Yeah.
So exception, suppose checked exception is coming. So who will inform you this is checked exception?
Who will inform? So example, runtime exception is a unchecked exception.
Hmm.
Null
So
pointer
suppose
exception
you
is
are writing a code, okay? You are writing a code, uh, but during the code you got error, but your logic and everything is correct. So who will force you? This is checked exception. You please handle it. Who will force you?
compiler.
Compiler. Okay. So, next question I will ask related to this check deception. Suppose you have a class, you just see your previous program, class A, and here have a method. You remove the private to public only. You write the public. Okay, private remove with the public and throws exception.
Mm-hmm.
You throw display throws exception.
Hmm.
Now same method I am calling in child class B without throws exceptions. So what will happen?
what will happen?
Hmm.
So if
One method have with the throws exception and child class method have without throws exception.
hmm.
So that code will compile and execute or not.
So if for example null pointer exception
No, you
can happen.
just you take the example from this code only. I am asking simple thing. You don't go in the null pointer and other things.
Yeah. So
That
basically
is a
throws
that is a runtime
exception is a
exception.
parent, exception is a parent of all exception types. Okay.
Hmm.
After throwable,
Hmm.
then exception comes. So basically if throws exception is used, then the parent caller of that method will get the exception.
Hmm.
Okay. And if uh, in the child class we are not declaring throws exception,
Hmm.
and if there is a check this exception happening,
Hmm.
then the compiler will complain either you do a try catch
Hmm.
or you throw it.
So what will happen in this case? In this scenario, suppose you have written SOP per child method.
Okay.
Okay.
In case of SOP, nothing will happen because SOP will is not throwing any exception.
No, why will not give the exception? This is the checked exception. Because of one method, parent method have a throws exception and
Okay,
same
this is
method you are
subclass. Okay.
overriding.
Okay. Yes.
So
Yes.
here need to be right inside the try catch.
Yes. So yes, I forgot that this is a child class, child overridden
So
method.
that's why I am asking you the realistic with the
Yes.
example.
So in that case, it will compile with throw another. Either you throw it or you do a try catch.
This is the best way of answering the checked exception.
Yeah.
If you making custom exception, how to utilize custom exception, so lot of way is there for the checked exception. Runtime will not control it, but compile time we can control it.
Yeah.
What do you know about Spring Boot?
Spring Boot. Okay. So in earlier version of Springs, basically we had to define the whole uh, uh, in XML. We have to define the beans in XML format,
Hmm.
and also there was no inbuilt container.
Hmm.
So there were, and in also there in Spring earlier versions there was a lot of configurations
Hmm.
need to do. So what did Spring Boot do? It realized that 90%, 99% of developers are using this default configuration. So it it auto configure the default configuration and minimize the developer work so that uh, so the boilerplate code, whatever there was in Spring, a lot of boilerplate code was there. That was reduced.
Hmm.
So that is how Spring Boot was born. And it had a now Spring Boot has a lot of what you can say um, uh, automatic uh, configurations, and as well as a lot of minimal out of minimal configurations you can achieve a lot. So Spring Boot has a default container, and then whenever we run the container, it is the Spring application. All the beans are embedded in that container, and we can self we can host that in Spring. This is a reminder. Yeah. And using Spring Boot, we can host a web application. We can write. We can write REST web services. A lot of things can be achieved.
Okay. So you have built microservices, right?
Yes.
So what is use of microservices? Why we are using microservices?
So the problem statement was that in a monolithic architecture, let's say there is a huge application, and there is a lot of components that are not dependent on each other, but still the application is very resource heavy, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
or there is a lot of complexity going on, and there is a lot of problems in terms of developer conflicts.
Mm.
Let's say somebody has written a code, and in the same pack in the same project, another developer is also working on. So there is a lot of discrepancies happening due to individual work, but they are not related. So the responsibilities are different, but still they are working on the same application. So to segregate the main problem statement were to segregate the responsibility from one application to different services. So that we call as microservices.
No, so that things can be achieved through the .NET, Java. Means someone is writing in
Yeah.
.NET.
So the basic
So what
also
is advantage of microservices?
mic also microservices is language independent. So one service you can write in Java, another service you can write in .NET, third service you can write in Python. So that is the interaction is based on HTTP.
Okay.
So since it is an HTTP based interaction, different developers can work in their respective programming language, and still the application will run fine. So developer
So,
has a lot of,
Mohit, how much you have experience?
sorry,
How much
total
experience you have total?
in microservices or total.
No, total IT.
8 to 9 years experience.
How much?
9 years experience.
9 years. Okay.
And
So
each service can have its own
you
database.
have used Kafka, right?
I have used Kafka, yes.
So Kafka, why we are using?
Kafka is basically used when we need to achieve asynchronous interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when let's say somebody has pushed a notification, but we don't care whether this notification needs to be processed at this point of time, or whether a notification needs to be processed like 15 minutes back. We don't care. So a queue is established, and based upon the capacity of the
So
system,
your database, have you used Oracle and MySQL?
I have used Oracle, MySQL, I have used MongoDB.
MongoDB. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So suppose I will tell you about union all and intersection minus. How to be used in Oracle? In which scenario can we use all these?
Can you please repeat? Union, all interaction.
Intersection minus
Hmm.
how to be used.
Um, I'm working. So I forgot that keyword actually. I have been working with
You
Mongo
know
since.
about set theory?
Sorry,
Set theory.
set theory.
Yeah.
Set theory. I've read.
Union B,
Remembering.
intersection B.
Yeah, yeah. I am aware of the concepts actually. Intersection is that if A is a circle and B is a circle, and so whatever the common area is called the intersection.
Hmm.
The union is basically the um, combined area of both,
Hmm.
and minus is a min a area minus the b area.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically,
So
so if the common part is something, then we in subtracts the common area from the area. So
Hmm.
that is the minus operation.
Okay.
There was a keyword in SQL. I forgot because I'm working with Mongo since last 3 4 years. I've relational database. Some keywords I forgot.
So why we are using MongoDB?
Because in microservices,
MongoDB, yeah, just 1 minute, 1 minute. I will let me finish. MongoDB is a semi-structured database or a structured database?
it's not a structured database.
Hmm?
It's not a structured database.
So this is semi-structured.
It is a flexible, unstructured. You can there is a flexibility in terms of structure. Actually, a document-based structure is there.
Okay.
So we define documents. For example, you have a JSON document. For example, yeah, that JSON document itself, you can store it in a Mongo database. And let's say the some fields are nullable. So Mongo don't care. Uh, all those fields can also exist. They also cannot not exist. It can be null also.
Okay. 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 So Mohit, I have completed your interview.
Okay.
Okay. So